What's going on, y'all? It's Logan. I'm in the house. I'm not in the tree house right now, and I'm currently cutting up strawberries. I'm helping out my mom process a bunch of strawberries that she got from the food bank. I'm just sitting here thinking about all of the time I've spent at this house growing up. I'm cutting strawberries on a counter that I used to get my hair washed on when I was a little kid. When I was a little girl. Let's talk about that part. And I just feel a lot of gratitude. I've been going through a really intense separation of 13 years. I've been going through a lot of different moves from one house to another just throughout the DC area. A lot of transition is happening at my job, and it's been a wild ride. I think for me as an artist, as a creator, as somebody who really enjoys the entertainment industry, really enjoys creating community around entertainment, live performance, music, theater, movies, what have you, I've struggled to find my place in that world, and I've struggled to understand what it is and how I need to show up in that world, because I have so many gifts, so many talents, and I'm currently in a place where I'm acknowledging that. I think it took me a really long time to come to terms with the fact that I am talented, because a lot of my light was being redistributed to other people that needed it at the time. Not to say that I regret anything that I've done over the years as far as how I've poured into others, how I've shown up for others, partners, friends, acquaintances, friend groups, people who are strangers, and how I've given my time and effort and energy to those things. But this season is 100% about pouring into myself, and whatever the overflow of that outpour is what people receive, and I am not settling on that anymore. There are a handful of people who I want to thank as far as just them being themselves and me being able to witness their journey as they have found their way into authenticity. We have Angelica Ross, we have India Moore, we have T.S. Madison, Devin Lowe, who is one of my muses, and just an incredible Black trans man who is changing the lives of so many people with Black Trans Travel Fund. Check that out, please. Support that, please. Duran, we have Cynthia Erivo, who is somebody who I have admired from day one. A lot of my friends who are in the theater community in DC and New York, and just brilliant actors, people who I've met through Temple University and are continuing to create and make beautiful stuff. Anyway, I know I'm showing up here in a specific way. I'm here in this timeline to serve a purpose. I'm still discovering what that is, still learning how I can show up as my most authentic self. But being home in PG County, in this house that I grew up in this body that I am currently occupying of just a Black queer person, a Black trans person, and living with two parents who have been a witness to my entire life, the entire journey. It is beautiful to watch them begin to understand new things. I will say it's been a low-key frustrating at times, because they don't listen. They don't listen to what I say sometimes. The way that I imagine it is that everybody has the opportunity to be willfully ignorant, unwillfully ignorant, willfully informed, or unwillfully informed. And those four things, the way that I see that manifesting is that to be willfully ignorant is that you make choice to ignore information or the signs that are in front of you. To be unwillfully ignorant is that you don't even know that there's information to not know. To be willfully informed is to take the time to do your research, check things out, take the time to Google, background check, read educational articles. What are they called? Read scholarly articles, read the things that don't end at .com or .org, but really dig the .edu, you know what I'm saying, dig deeper. And then you have people who are unwillfully informed, and that's people who learn information against their will. They learn information through by accident, by hearing things from other people, by gaining information from word of mouth, grapevine, news outlets that are telling you about things that you didn't even know were occurring. And when you learn about them, it really reshapes your foundation of understanding. And so my hope in this experience is to continue to inform people willfully. I want to teach people about what it means to be a child of two conservative Black people, as a Black trans person, masculine presenting. I don't identify as a man. I'm non-binary. I just cosplay as a man on a day-to-day basis. I'm looking the way that I want to look, but masculinity and manhood are not the same. We can talk about that more later. Anyway, I am really excited to continue the journey. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how things are gonna look as I build this platform, especially on YouTube specifically. It's been a home for me since I was a child. That's how I've met a lot of people who are now in a very prominent role in the entertainment industry. I met them through YouTube before it was even probably safe to message people on YouTube. Back then they had DMs back in like 2008, 9, probably back till 2006, really. And it's just really been a safe place for me. I've tried to make things work on Instagram. Can't really cook with that one. A lot of imposter syndrome pops up with me on there, but YouTube has been that girl. I've been riding with her since day one, and I am really hoping to continue to tell my story here. I'm in the process of writing a book. The book is all of the journals that I've ever written since 2006, and I've been journaling since I was a kid, and so I'm compiling those journals into written format and making a book from that, for something that people can read and hear my story in a way that is comprehensive and that you can be willfully informed. You can take the time to read about it, see my story, see my journey, and understand a little bit more of what this experience looks like. My original thought was to help people who I love and who I care about to understand how I've gotten here, because there are a lot of people who I love deeply, I haven't seen in years, who've woken up and seen me one day and been like, that's not the little girl I remember. Anyway, I'm thankful for everybody that has allowed me to express myself fully and to get to a point where I can be confident enough to share my story. I've never lacked the talent, I've never lacked the ability, but I have lacked the confidence and the assuredness that I can do this. The imposter syndrome is real, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, it's real, and we are here to dismantle that one post at a time. All right, I'll see you in the next one.